Good. Oh, that was a test. Good morning, everyone. My voice isn't awake today, but welcome back to Window Chats with Robyn, the Instagram live show where anything that can go wrong apparently will go wrong. Today we have Alicia. I'm very excited to see her face to face for the first time, and hopefully Instagram will work. I have faith in it. If you haven't caught it live, feel free to watch this afterwards on Instagram or check it out on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. I'm getting better at promoting. It's a struggle. It's a daily struggle. I'm going to see if I can invite Alicia in. Oh my goodness. Hopefully it works. Da, 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 da. Still have to figure out a theme song. Maybe Alicia can help me. That would be fun. Maybe we'll do that. Oh, we have a lot of opportunities. This is all very random. And we'll just kind of see where the conversation goes. Oh, hey!
Oh, hi!
I was just like, maybe we're doing a theme song today. It's there's a lot of options.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
How are you doing? Okay, wait. Are you okay with your framing, your lighting? You feeling okay?
It's a great question, Robyn. I can't really see myself very well.
It's you got a little square, but you work the square.
Yeah. Well, I think this is as good as it's going to get in this room.
I think you look great.
Do I? Okay, good. I do have a light to my left here I could throw on.
Yeah.
But whatever. We're going with the window, the natural sunlight today, right?
I love the number of people that do this chat by their window. I'm very flattered that we're staying true to the chat. I do it by my window, but my guests are not obligated to stay by theirs. Also, is my audio off right now? I hear a weird echo. It's not?
No,
okay.
You sound great. Sounds
okay,
perfect
cool.
to me.
Cool.
Do I sound okay?
I think you sound fine. I wasn't sure if I heard like an echo on my end or your end, but okay, I'm seeing a lot of hearts, so I think we're okay.
Yeah. How do we send hearts?
I don't. I think we just go like this. I think this is our version.
All the hearts.
Oh, see, you make a normal heart. This is my heart.
I see Mike Buchanan and
he was so excited to see you. Mike is such a nice guy.
Isn't he? Yeah, you should totally have him.
Oh yeah, I'm lining him up. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good.
I love, my favorite thing about doing these chats is the number of people that know each other. And like my worlds are colliding. It's so fascinating.
I know. It is. It's a really small community here. Toronto's not that big.
Which is shocking because,
I mean, the world is really not that big because it's not just Toronto people that you talk to.
I know. I mix it up. Get a little fancy.
They're everywhere, right? Yeah. But Toronto, especially, since that's where we live, it blows my mind how small this amazing community is, really.
It is amazing.
Yeah. And I love that as small as it is, I just keep meeting more and more of the people within it. We haven't ever met.
I know.
Yet, but this is a positive of COVID. It's brought us together, and Jen as well. Classic Jen. Yeah.
But it's just like, if you want to meet someone, just talk to Jen Gardner and she will connect. How did we meet? I think it was, she wanted to send you a Clubhouse invite and she couldn't. So I sent you a Clubhouse invite. I'm like, okay, cool. And then I'm like, oh, this girl's pretty cool. I like her. She gets my humor. Let's be friends kind of thing. So that was a pretty easy friendship right there. But it was so funny because someone else that I know, and it was a whole thing. I'm like,
Alex,
classic. Yeah, Alex. Yeah. And it was so, she's a sweetheart too, everyone. And then we're doing that virtual chick fight, which is very, very fun. I'm excited.
Yes, I know. I'm so glad that she came up with that idea. Well, came up with doing our version of it. Yeah, I'm really excited to see the final product and share it with everybody.
Yeah, we should promote. Guys, there's something coming out. I was allowed to talk about this because Jen and I discussed. I think it's due on Friday, so we should have it by the weekend, and then we'll promote it by next weekend. Or by next week?
Yeah.
That was a terrible promotion. There's a thing that I'm not describing. It's so weird when you try and describe it. It's essentially women beating up other women, which is weird, right? When you try, because it's a virtual chick fight, but we're not, we're like all
Yeah, it's a side of us that we don't always show. I mean, yeah, it's just other capabilities that our characters are capable of that I don't know about you, but I don't show it very often, and that's fine, but it's fun to do every once in a while. And
it's a dark side.
It's a dark side.
Everyone has that dark side in them. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I've never done anything like this, but I think it's about time. But I mean, we do it with good intentions, and it's all for good fun, and we really don't hate each other, obviously.
I mean, it depends. I aggressively got hit, but no.
Your bit is hilarious, by the way.
Thank you. Because I actually don't know how to take a punch. So
it's very Canadian.
My husband and I were trying to figure this out. I'm like, okay, what can I do that's actually me? Because everyone else is like this stunt. I'm gonna fall, and I'm like, okay, so I tried. I practiced a lot of different versions, and it was very painful and just did not look good on film. Like, I'm not going for a graceful fall. I'm looking for something that I wouldn't die when I tried to fall. Like that was the standard. Okay, I was like, maybe I'll trip down the stairs. I'm like, no, because then I will kill myself. It was a little too much. So I'm like, let's play it safe. Let's just do this, and then there you go. Did that. But people are too, again, I don't want to give anything away, but some people like, look at that special skill. That was a thing.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen your part yet, though. Have you done it?
Maybe I'll recreate it. Oh, I've done it. Yeah, it's just near the end. So, yeah, I think the ladies before and after me haven't sent theirs in yet or something. Or, sorry, before has been completed, the after hasn't. So she hasn't finished editing that part yet, I guess.
I don't know if I should blame the ladies before or after, or just Jen. I mean, there's a lot. Like, to do that kind of project is so hard.
I know.
Especially when people don't give, I hope everyone gives footage on time, because look,
they will.
I'm not a casting director. That is not, but to not get footage on time, to put something together, that's frustrating.
Mm-hmm. No,
but I think we're okay. I think everyone in the group wants to do it, and I'm excited. Oh, I'm so excited to see it.
Yeah, me too.
I love how you find sound effects of people getting pushed. Anyways, now we're just talking about this project, and it's not about you. And I'm getting very off track.
It is my latest project, because I know you were going to ask about that. So,
there you go. I do like to discuss those projects.
Yeah.
You know what? There's something that you sent me. It was the TikTok. It was these voice challenges, and I never had the guts to do it. But you being, again, I know I'm a voice actor, whatever, but you're doing this voice actor. You're like the voice of Sobeys and stuff. I'm like, this girl is cool. And you did this competition. Pardon?
I have been. I was.
Yeah, but that's so cool.
No, I did a lot of work for Sobeys. Yeah.
I love that.
It's been a while now, but yeah, me too. It's a great company to have worked for. An amazing client, and I was really grateful that I got to do a lot of work for them, and yeah, really, really fun pieces that I was a part of. So yeah.
Do your friends know it's you when they see?
It's
really
odd, because like, to me, I mean, yes, I guess, like, yes, I mean, I know it's me when I hear myself, but like, everybody's got that unique little something that makes their voice stand apart from everybody else's. But like, to me, it's not that different than many other women that I'm sure my people that know me know. So it's wild to me when they're just like, I just heard your voice on the radio, or like, you did that commercial that's on TV, right? Like, and sometimes I say no because it wasn't me, but it just sounded like me. But like, sometimes they're able to pick it up really quickly. It's pretty incredible.
Do you know your voice competition? Because I know when I used to do in-person auditions, and I say competition, you're really competing with yourself, all that jazz. But do you know who your voice is similar to in terms of the actor pool?
Oh man, my Wi-Fi's off, so now I'm back to cellular, which is fine because I've got unlimited data.
Oh,
my notifications are coming in, so I apologize. Yes, I know who my competition. I guess so. Yeah. There's a bunch of local voices because I've got to know the community pretty well. And I love listening to people's projects when they post them. And so, yeah, I know that I'm very similar-esque to many people that I do know of. But a lot of people that I know in the biz have very different, distinctly different voices than mine. But yeah, I do know who my general competition is.
I know. It's a weird question because I always think, well, because people would post, just did this audition. Some people post, right? Got this audition. And then I just send the messages. Okay, we're doing it again. Good luck. I hope you get it, but really, I hope I get it kind of thing. That's just.
Yeah. I see a lot of people post things that I've auditioned for after the fact and they've got the job, and awesome, like other stuff will come my way. But so yeah, that helps figuring out who your competition is when you see the people that post the job.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
You know what? I started following agencies because I'm always curious. I'm like, okay, who booked it? And that's maybe more for on camera, but sometimes with voices, I'm like, oh, interesting. I don't know who you are. That's how you sound. Cool. I get really researchy. It's a nice way of saying creepy, but that's just how I roll.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
But I love, how did you realize that you had a voice for voiceover work? I think you also did some singing stuff, but like did you ever think you would ever become a voiceover artist? Yeah? Okay.
Yes, I did. It wasn't like a eureka moment, but I wasn't like, guess what, parents? This is what I'm going to do when I grow up. I just was always, like a lot of us, was super fascinated by all the animated movies we watched growing up, and just knowing that behind those cartoons were real people bringing life to those characters. And okay, Disney, a lot of Disney movies were watched, and I love to dance, I love to sing, I love to perform and put on plays as a little girl, and it was just like a natural thing that I gravitated to like be super fascinated about those characters and how they made the story come to life. So like when I was little, I would turn down the Disney movies, turn that volume all the way down. I would do as much of the voices as I could remember because I watched the movie so much, and like recorded myself, and then I'd play back my recording with the movie. And I just thought that it was just a really cool thing, and I knew that was a job. And so in the end of high school, I think, is when I was able, in my small town of Wyerton, I got connected with the radio station in Owen Sound. And I was just like, I need to figure out how I can start making this happen for myself. So the radio station there, with my connections, I was able to land my first commercial gig, which was being the voice of Mary Maid's cleaning services. So it started with the commercial world for me, and I've only really done one animation job so far. I've done some great training, but I'm just getting started in that department. But yeah, it started when I was really, really, really little. I knew I wanted to do this, and I would read all my little brother's favorite books on tape as well. And like, remember those, like, books on tape were such a huge thing.
Yeah,
that's when it kind of started, like audiobooks. And like remember those books where you could press the buttons on the side for the sound
they
effects?
were amazing.
Yeah. So I would, like, for gifts for my little brother, I would record his favorite stories, and I'd be like, you'll know it's time to turn the page when you hear this sound. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. And that was what I gave to my little bro for his birthday and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I was just something I was very into from a very young age. And I feel like I'm just getting really going, really. And I'm much older than I was when I first discovered this, but that's okay. It's been a journey.
I love so much of this journey, though. That's and also you got a shout out from Mike. Wyerton, Owen Sound represent.
Yep.
I love that.
From Owen Sound. Yeah, Mike and I did a musical theater course together once I finished university. That was a little bit ago, but that's how I met Mike.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But everything you were saying, your story, I did not do that. I sang along with Disney. I never recorded myself. You know, but you recorded it. You're making books. It almost seems like you've been training since a child. I think I just like to make voices. I never knew from a young age. Again, I'm this naive child that thinks, no, the characters are real. You know, the cartoons, those are real people. And then when you go to Disney World, oh my gosh, how did they come from a cartoon to real, right? I'm just this naive child that didn't understand reality for the longest time. So I love that you just like this grounded child that knew, oh no, there are people making those voices. I will make those voices and become a voiceover actor. I love it so much.
Yeah, that's the way it was. Yeah, oh my God. Can I also say on that note, weird thing about Alicia, but I'm proud of it. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, not animated, but a movie that I watched repeatedly as a kid.
Yeah.
You know the part when they're like, who wants an everlasting gobstopper?
Classic.
And everybody's just like, I do. I'd stop the VCR and it would pop open and I'd yell into the VCR. I'd be like, I'd love one, please. Just in case. Just in case there was some way that they would throw me one through the screen.
Yeah, no, there's no judgment. I used to get every time I got a chocolate bar, I would assume there would be a golden ticket. Yeah. I was very hell-bent on this without even understanding that wasn't real. Movies are powerful for me. I'm just this, I think everything I see in movies is real, which probably explains why I like watching the Hallmarks. Because I'm like, look at this. Their life is perfect in the end. This is totally a thing. Your job will just work out and everyone gets promoted and everyone's happy.
Every whacked relationship story will always work out with a happy ending.
The conflicts are very fixable. So there you go. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Exactly. I want to be a villain. I want to be a villain in a Hallmark movie because they're not actual villains. They're just the real person, you know? Yeah. They're just, this is real life. There's the person coming in having a real life attitude. And I just think that's so fun. Oh, that's so Carol used to look for the golden ticket. I love that. Oh my
I did
God.
that for a while. I think it was just like memories of the movie whenever I'd open like a caramel bar. Because that was one of my favorites growing up. Because it had the gold wrapper, right?
I feel ya.
Yeah, underneath. Anyway, so yes, I was a very grounded child, like you said, but I still had those moments. Yeah.
But that's the fun thing, right? And I always hope I don't lose that sense of wonder that I had as a child. Because I don't know what age it was, but I started learning actual things. I'm like, oh, okay. I was in a bubble. That was weird.
Yeah. I know. You got to keep the inner kid, the inner child in us alive, right?
Do you prefer voice or on camera or kind of just take whatever work you can get?
I really love them both. Like they're very similar, of course, but very different. And yeah, I really
throw another one. What about theater?
I love musical theaters. I love the live theater as well. I don't know. There's just like something extra magical about being in a room of in a massive room of people that are there to watch this story and like it's all in real time and it's just I don't know. It's it's just that like communal energy and just not going back to like do it again. It's just this is it. Here it is. Yeah, like live theater and musical theater. I just love it all and it's hard to say because I can't imagine my life without doing any of it or have done any of it. But I don't know. I really like with the voiceover work. Excuse me. I love that it's something that you can easily do from home if need be, you know, and it's just like, doesn't matter what you look like, what you're wearing, like that part. I mean, sometimes it helps, of course, I see hearts. You know, whatever feels right that day, you can make that choice. And it's just like getting to the core of the message and the story and getting that emotion across. Like, it's all great. I just love it all. And like when I moved to Toronto, like 10 years ago, I really had the most experience I had was with like singing in front of lots of people. Like I did a lot of that growing up. And so when I studied at Laurier for voice, and that was more classical focused, but then I got more into musical theater because I really enjoyed that music. But when I came here, I was like, I'm going to do like just focus on getting musical theater jobs. And then I started taking acting classes that were more focused for TV and film. And I'm just like, yeah, but this is so amazing. And I don't know, I just felt like I wasn't a triple threat per se. Like I wasn't a professional dancer. And so I just knew it would be so much harder for me to get that work as well. So like I still go out for those jobs whenever I can, but I'm more of an actor singer than I am a dancer.
I just had this discussion with my husband. I love that. It's the whole, I can dance, but not the way they do the dance calls that are insane sometimes, where I'm like, oh, yeah, that kind. Okay, so I'm like the actor singer and give me the movement, maybe a little fancy. We can do that, but not whatever that was. That was dance. That was confusing.
Oh yeah, I've gone to so many auditions. I don't know if you've done this, but like for
the open calls.
Yeah, like for cruise ships and just big theater shows where they're like, you know, actor singers who dance. Like I just get lost. I think it's because when I dance, because I haven't trained enough, and that's okay. It's not my forte, but like I just love to do my own thing. So when it's like you have to do this and it has to be at this like to this count, it's just not my forte, and I own that, and that's okay. So that's why I know what my strengths are.
See, you know what? I think if I had enough time, I could totally figure it out. I get it. But I get so in my head. It's only with dance. With the dance calls, I get so in my head. And it's like, because I'm in my head, I can't remember the movements. And it's the worst. And so I'm the person that's like just trying to sell it with their face. Don't watch my body.
Yeah.
It doesn't, shockingly hasn't worked yet. Confusing.
I'm committed.
Yeah. Guys, it's a character choice. I always tell the story of when I decided I was going to do the open call for dancers for Stratford. Like this is, I thought I could do it. It was a very high confidence day for me. Yeah. These are people that have trained for years, since birth. I would say they've just been dancing. And you know what? I've done my dancing. I did whatever, but not to the extent that they live and breathe dance. So there was a point when after we learned the routine, they said, you know what, guys? If you feel like you're not getting it, feel free to leave. And the person in me is like, you know what? I'm not leaving because I waited in line first off for 3 hours, but also because I'm like, maybe you need a comedic actress. Maybe you need someone that doesn't know the routine. So I did it. Shockingly, that wasn't what they were looking for. They were looking for actual dancers. Who would have thought? Right. But I refused to decide myself that I'm not capable. So I will keep trying. And one of these days, you never know. That might be what they're looking for.
They might write in a part just for you.
Right? There are legitimately, well, there's so many, all those side characters that I'd love to play in musical theater where you just get to be crazy and silly. So I thought, maybe you'll need that. Here's my skill. This is a confident person that can kind of dance. Yeah, that has yet to work out. But that's awesome. I think it's always worth trying.
Keep trying, girl.
Well, theater is what it is these days, so I have time to work on my attempting at dancing. So there you go.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I definitely need to. I'm gonna be doing more singing. I mean, I sing for myself around the house and stuff, but I need to bring more of that into my life because it brings me so much joy, and I know that it in the past has brought others a lot of joy too. And I feel like I've been slacking in that department, but more's coming soon, everyone.
Well, you know, it's really hard. Oh, my throat today is doing things, but it's hard sometimes. I live in like an apartment complex, condo, whatever you call it. I don't know the difference, but
me too.
There are certain times, like let's say it's late at night and I just want to sing, or it's really early in the morning and I'm just like, I want to wake up Disney style. And that's just not considerate to my neighbors. So I don't feel like finding a new place during COVID where it's like, we're going to have to kick you out because you won't stop singing. Because I go really like worst case scenario if I start singing that early. And I wish, that's the only time I wished I lived in like a house with like soundproof walls and I could just do my thing. The way I'm describing it, I kind of sound a little nuts, like this girl singing to the birds. So not to that extent, but to a point where you can just feel free to sing and also tap dance. That's another thing. Just make noise with the beat. Just do stuff without worrying about your neighbors.
The people
and also, well, I was doing an audition. Oh, was it last week? Whenever I did it, and there were screams required. And my husband needs a space at a certain time, and we need to do stuff during the day. So I waited till 11 at night, and I'm just screaming like help and stuff. And I learned that my neighbors don't give a shit about me. Okay, no one complains. You know what I mean? And I'm just yelling help and oh god, right? And no one complained, which made me happy. But then I realized no one cares. So it was a mixed bag of emotions that night.
Oh my gosh. Maybe they're just like, no, it's the
That's Robyn.
The crazy actor upstairs. That's gotta be just her pretending.
Well, some of my friends, they put signs on their door, I'm an actor or something. And I don't really want to volunteer that information because then people might know to come in and like steal equipment. And I don't want them to do that. So, I mean, not that I have like all this equipment, but I got some lights. It's an Amazon purchase.
I'm sure everybody has valuable things that could be stolen.
Well, stuff that if I lost it, I couldn't do the last second self-tape, you know?
Yeah. No, that's true. Because you're like, well, I have no equipment, so I guess I can't do it. Too bad.
Or you would just do like the worst self-tape. Everything they say not to do. You'd have like your face would be black, right? Everything's in the dark. And then the audio's all off just because it is. I don't know why it's not related to the lights, but I think it would be off because the lights give me a sense of energy. So maybe I'd talk really quiet and I'd be like, hi, my name's Robyn. And then this is what goes on in my head. Isn't this glad we had the chats? Hey, Jen.
Oh gosh. Hi, Jen.
Jen is the person that connected us. Her ears were burning. That's such a weird phrase. My ears are burning. But yeah, Jen, we were promoting the virtual chick fight. Oh, yes. Hearts for that. Everyone wants to see this.
Our next project.
That's exciting.
Other than that, just seeing what comes down the line. But I haven't filmed anything recently. I did get into a studio recently-ish for the first time in a long time to do a voiceover job that I don't know if you saw it, the Home Trust video
great.
For International Women's Day.
You were really great. I'm listening. I'm like, whoa.
Well, thanks.
I don't know why I didn't want to say the word damn. That sounded like a swear word when I think I said another swear word. Damn. That was really good. And it was you have a very calming voice. Calming, but like friendly, authoritative. There's a lot of emotions. And I thought, oh, that's what they mean when they write that stuff. That is.
It's all in one. Yeah.
Have you ever gotten a script, you read it, and you go, I don't know how to promote this? It's just a bad script.
No,
we don't. Not saying names, but yeah.
I've had some questionable scripts
where you read them and you go, I don't know who wrote this, but I don't understand it. Like I don't know who you're selling to, and what is this? But I mean, I'll still do it. I just don't understand it.
As far as my memory serves me right, I don't remember that like being so stuck. I mean, you no matter what the script is, they always give you, as you know, like enough direction that you get a sense of what they do want from your performance. So, I mean, I just do my best with what I'm given. And if there's not enough there, then I think that's a great opportunity to just kind of give them what you think it needs with the script that is provided, and put it out into the universe and see what happens.
Yeah. No, you know what? Now that as you were saying that too, they actually do give a pretty good description for voiceover for the most part. Maybe it's more on camera where I go, what is this?
Yeah, there's always something that like give you direction, but sometimes you're right. It's not what you think is enough. So again, I just kind of do whatever I think it needs and would work to serve that story. And I just do my best with it. But
you sound so positive. Like you have such a healthy headspace. Because I'm like, all right, how can I overthink this one? All right, you're saying you want this one-liner, but what else? What is the backstory for this one line? Okay, let's create it. Here we go, right? And then I watch it back after and I go, what the hell was that? Did I submit that? Dear God. It's great. It's the life of an overthinker.
Yeah. Oh, I've definitely done that. I feel like it's more, well, maybe not overthinking it, because like those bigger rules where there is a lot going on and you do have a lot of background, but I don't know, like for a lot of commercials especially, and like one-liners in shows, I try to not, those are the ones where I'm just like, you can't overthink this. Like they just want you to like be that, like there's a reason why you're in the story, but like you don't need to have a whole ton of backstory. It's just,
I would agree. I shockingly didn't book those.
And just like tell it how it is and be gone.
I remember there was this one casting director when she's like, what was that? Honestly, what was that? There were props, there were things like what I'm like, I just took some choices. They were not good. I made some choices.
Maybe you did overthink some of these.
Oh, it was great.
It went better than, like, maybe it went well.
No, it was truly terrible. It really
that
was.
One was anyway.
It was truly terrible. It was great in the best way possible. I'm just like, wow, that was so bad. And now I can just laugh at all those because I'm like, they're out there. It happened. We move on from there. And I like to think that I'm setting the bar low now. So when they get something else, it's like, oh, look, Robyn learned how to act and not overthink. I'm like, yes, guys, I've been trying.
Yeah.
But I don't know with you, but personally, I find it's like a battle with my head. I mean, no matter how much training or time and commitment I do, it's like, it's just so, okay, this is what it is. Doesn't matter who else is auditioning, but you're bringing to the role, send it out, move on. So that's what I'm trying to do now, but it's a daily battle.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I try to like, I mean, take all of my, wherever I'm at right now, like every once in a while, I write out reminders for myself to keep in mind whenever I'm like preparing any audition. Just like a short list of things to like if I were to do it now, like don't overthink it. Like, you know, just like little reminders to be like, okay, well, I'm prepping for this. Remember this, and just to keep it in the back of your mind while you're preparing it. And like, yeah, just like, I don't know. I wish I had it with me right now, but like, I don't have my list, but like, oh, what's a good example? I
like to put people on the spot. It's I'm joking.
I volunteered to say this, but like, oh my gosh, like,
I want to help somehow. I'm trying to get inside your brain and figure out the word.
And that's why I'm just trying to think of a good one.
Ironically, are you overthinking after we just spoke about not overthinking?
Now I'm overthinking. Exactly.
Okay, don't do. That was an example. That was acting. Yeah. Alicia. That was hearts. Sending all the hearts.
But like, just like even in the prep, just like, okay, just look at the words and and internalize them, and then look up and deliver them, like each sentence as you would naturally, you know, just like little things like that. Because sometimes, I don't know, I like put too much thought on how I want to cadence the sentence and stuff like that. You know, like, yes, overthinking. So I write down every once in a while reminders of wherever I'm at that time of things that I feel like need a little bit more of a reminder / attention whenever I'm preparing. And I feel like it does help in that day that I'm working on it. I don't know if that made sense, but like,
no, I think, but as you're saying that, I'm thinking
person.
It's hard because it's also, okay, remember you have to be a human. And that's just always me. Oh yeah, okay, how do I actually talk versus my actor voice that I seem to be putting on for this role? That was odd. That's a thing. So there you go.
Yeah.
But but I find sometimes it's different too, like voiceover versus on camera, because sometimes you need to give something more life for voice. And that's sometimes why I like the animation. I take all that energy I can't use for on camera, and I'm just like, here you go. Here's the character. And that's fun.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I saw a shout out about school because you are a substitute teacher.
Hi, Miss. Oh, hello. I am. Yeah. Sorry, I haven't looked down.
No, that's fine. Please, this is my job as the host, so I gotcha. But I didn't know if that was a student, and then are they supposed to be in school and they're watching that? Because I love when that happens. I've had so many students. School is closed, right? Or well, actually, I'm very ignorant. I have no idea.
Okay, it's April break. It's March break.
Yes, that's why we had to reschedule this. Yes, I remember this now. Okay.
Yeah. So, hey, yes, it's exciting. We have.
Well, what do you do on April break now? That's what I'm so confused, right? You get a break. Okay, from what? From we're still indoors and I can't see my friends.
From waking up early, having to go to school. I know school's great, work's great, but I mean, it's a break from that, and it's just you get to do things like this, like talk to people on Instagram Live.
This is a classic.
I wouldn't have been able to do it otherwise. So, yeah.
Do you substitute teach online or do you go in person?
Both. Yeah.
How does online work?
Until this year, obviously. But since like after the holidays in January, I was starting to supply teach online until February 16th, I think was the day that we went back to there being both virtual and in person. And so I do spend more time in schools than I was doing virtual supply. But now, once the break is over at the end of this week, starting next Monday, I will be doing online because that's the only option. Again, is we're all online. So yeah, back to work on Monday, but I'll be working at home.
Well, how does that work as a substitute? You just get the email the day before, here's the link for this class?
Yeah, either the night before, the day before, depends on how, usually these days it's the night before. Sometimes like I've got it organized the night before, but they don't send me the stuff till the morning before. And I've done it for so long now that it's like, I'm very comfortable with it. And like being an actor, I'm really good at just like going with the flow, and I do my improv skills really every day, because every day is different and I'm wearing different hats every day, playing different types of teachers. But
what's the range for teaching? What ages do you tend to teach?
Just high school. I'm
just high school. Oh, that's
for high school teachers. Yeah. I have done elementary in the past, back when I worked for the Thames Valley Board and the Blue Water Board. But now I was just like, I'll just go on the high school list because that's my preferred sector, just because, you're not babysitting as much. I love, like, little kids are super adorable, but it's way more draining, I find. So I keep busy enough with the high school classrooms, and I just, the teachers are amazing. They just leave a really detailed plan as to what needs to happen, and I just share my screen and we chat, and I help the students with whatever they're working on. I'm never giving like new material. I'm just helping them out with work that they've started before, or like something that is basic enough that I can just throw myself into it and make it happen. But yeah, we watch a lot of cool videos and read stories and just talk a lot. and yeah, it's a lot of really helping them with their work and supporting. Yeah, so
I find it so interesting. And as we're talking, I think you would be the substitute teacher I would want in high school. You have a cool vibe. You know, it's not, it's like a nice, warm, welcoming vibe, non-judgmental. It's, yeah, I would be, well, someone gave you a shout out for being a good teacher, and I see that. I agree with that person.
Well, thanks, guys. That's sweet. One of my favorite compliments was, Miss, you remind me a lot of my camp counselor. And that's a compliment.
Yes. Like, see, I can see that. You have a camp counselor vibe. I see, and see, that's like with the voiceovers. I hear that warmth in you. I love that.
Sweet. Oh, thank you.
Like, oh, it's all an act. I'm a terrible person.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's a really great guaranteed income job. Guaranteed income job. Like it's stable, and it's a rewarding, flexible job that I'm really grateful to have, because our industry in the performance world isn't always full time. Yeah.
There's consistent work and there's guaranteed work. That is what the industry is known for. That.
And that's that's why we got into it, right?
Oh yeah, for the stability and the healthcare. The healthcare, definitely.
The benefits. Yeah. Mind you, there are, I'm sure, great benefits once you get high enough in the actor world.
I think when you get high enough anywhere, there's benefits.
Yeah.
I just have to reach something and get high enough. That is, I kind of like to dabble in a lot of things, but when I reach something and I decide this is it, I will climb up that ladder. Oh, the benefits from up above.
Right.
What a journey.
I know. So
like there's just going to be I feel like there's going to be a key you're given. You've reached this level. Like, get a little platinum card, maybe gold, going back to Willy Wonka, little golden ticket version of being an adult and reaching a level. Ooh, I guess that's the equivalent of a fancy credit card, but I see it being a little more special than that. So, you were going to ask me a question, but then I cut you off because I never like to answer questions. So that's how I roll.
No, I was just going to ask, are you actively doing physiotherapy during this time?
You know what? I am, in a sense of, there are a couple of people that if they reach out, I'll do like virtual, or I'll send them links to things. But for a lot of things where it requires me to assess them properly, it's really hard because you have to do hands-on stuff. So it's definitely challenging. I know some of my colleagues are in the clinic, and I really commend them for that. I'm just like super paranoid, but also maybe, I mean, I know that physios can get the vaccine, but because I'm not in a clinic right now, I'd rather someone working in a clinic get the vaccine. I don't want to take it from someone else. So I am comfortable staying at home now. I don't know where the future will bring, what it'll bring. So that's kind of my generic way of saying I have no idea where my physio career is going. It's very, I paid my licensing fees. I'm still legally allowed to practice, but it's kind of my safety, other people's safety, contact tracing, especially because I would do home care and go into people's houses. And I thought, I just don't know where they've been. And God forbid, like, even if I was just walking downtown, like, where have I been? I just can't, I don't want to do that to people or myself. So
yeah, too stressful.
Yeah. I mean, it's not even, it's just like health-wise. I mean, the whole point of being a healthcare professional is to, you know, be a healthcare. So I think the professional in me is saying this is unprofessional to spread germs. So
Hey.
I don't know. It's a fair question now. It's kind of a daily thought of what am I doing with this career? I don't know. Let's go act. That is get in the booth. Let's film something. Yeah. Create a sketch. Here we go. But yeah, it's always those things in the back of my mind. What was I doing with this again? I always have ideas with how I can incorporate physio and acting together. I've yet to completely put that to fruition. Fruition is a good word.
It is. I actually use it quite often. I haven't today yet.
Makes me think of a fruit, and then I want like a pineapple or a mango. Ooh, that's what I have afterwards. Yeah, just like a fruition fruit bowl. That's wordplay.
Yeah. What was I gonna ask you? Oh yeah, that hug, the learning how to hug again video was super cute.
Thanks for watching that.
Oh yeah.
That was my niece is they're in the States right now, and I just threw it out to my sister-in-law. Can you send me this footage? And she was great. And she honestly sold the whole thing. So thank you for watching that. That was the learning how to hug again. Oh, that was my hubby.
I watched that too. So
oh my God, I never get compliments on learning how to hug again. Mike, I apologize. You were a star in that. So I honestly thought it was the mask one with my niece. Thanks for watching that learning how to hug again one. That made me smile. I thought it was funny.
I loved it.
But I always think they're going to do better than how they do. So I just kind of throw out things now, no expectations. I'm like, cool. Maybe it does well, maybe it doesn't. But in my head, it was very funny. I could not figure that one out. I couldn't figure out how to do it. And I kept pitching it. And the struggle is real with taking your idea and putting it out there. So I don't know. Thank you.
But you made it happen. You did.
I did. That's true. That is true. And the funny story behind that sketch is legitimately, we were just walking to the distillery district and we got there and I said, okay, Mike, we're filming this. I gave him no warning. I'm just like, we're doing this. You're in it. It's happening. And I love him so much. He's just like, I guess, okay, I'll do it. Because, that's how he is. And yeah, it came out pretty funny. We ended up meeting this random iconic person in Toronto that wears rubber boots. There's this whole thing in Toronto. You have to see these people, and that means you've lived in Toronto. So there's that Spider-Man character that's always going around downtown. And there was a couple other iconic things. And then it's this guy that wears rubber boots. And he always has a shirt that says, I hate rubber boots. And he was not the nicest person to us, but apparently he's a really cool guy. So we met him that day. It was just such a weird interaction where we thought, who is this guy wearing rubber boots? And he's this thing. It was weird. So that's the main thing that I remember of that day, but also how awesome my husband is. And throw him some love.
Yeah. That's awesome.
But do you have people that you tend to work with when you create more often than not?
Well, I don't have like a consistent crew of people that I do like short films with. Like those are always kind of one-offs, and then whatever I audition for and book. But not yet anyway. But like for music,
find your tribe.
I have I collaborate. I've collaborated with Mike Buchanan, actually, that we mentioned earlier.
So many Mikes.
Maybe still here. Mike Buchanan. And then I have with other like guitarists and singers in the past, and I've done a lot of singing for my one friend, Nathan Seaman. I did see him on here earlier. He is a musician, amazing guy as well, who he has a band called Urban Waters. So I've been fortunate to connect and, I connected with him a long time ago when we were in university, but I've got to collaborate with him on like 3 albums now. His 3rd one will be coming out soonish. We're hoping. I recorded a bunch of stuff last summer from my home studio. So the goal is to have it out soon. So hopefully it's not too far behind schedule. But yeah, so he's been a consistent collaborator. And Zara Hayes, the fabulous Zara, who I got to do the Dian Fossey series with.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Yeah, with that connection, I got to then be a part of her Palms feature film. I don't know if you've seen that movie.
I haven't seen it. I did read your resume though. I'm like, what is this?
What is it? It's a cute movie. It's a great story about like making your dreams happen at any age, and it's really definitely worth a watch.
There is a theme of that. There's a whole theme of it doesn't matter what age.
Yeah.
And I love that everyone's aware of that. I love all the people I meet that take up acting later in life or pursue another passion that they've just decided to go for it. Because I don't think there should be an age restriction. And I love when people figure out what they want to do at any age, then they just find it and they go full throttle. Oh, so exciting.
No, I totally agree.
I think the more exciting thing is when they're super successful too. But again, success is relative. It's just kind of doing what you love.
Exactly. 100%. Yeah, just making that realization that doing this is going to make me like live at my best life. And so I'm going to make some adjustments to do my best to live that life. So let's get on that path, whatever that is, right? Sarge. So what was I going to say? Oh yeah, so I got to have a fun little role in the credits of Zara's movie Palms. So if you watch it, a lot of people, I'm surprised how many people have spotted me, but I am a dancer at the end. So that was
okay, so you're a dancer and you said you couldn't dance. I'm getting misinformation.
I'm a dancer who likes to dance to my own beat. On my own count.
Did they just say dance? Did you get to kind of make it up yourself, find your own rhythm? Is that?
Kind of. I did have to follow a bit of a routine, but I kind of got to make it my own at the same time. So, and it wasn't in real time. I got to film it on my own. So I was actually in New York City at the time when I had to submit this audition. And so my partner and I were at the Natural History Museum. So I was in front of the humanitarian piece outside. I don't know if you've been there, but it's a beautiful building. And so we just set myself up there and people were like looking at me like, what is this girl doing? But I'm like doing all these crazy dance moves. They weren't that crazy, but it was fun. It was definitely a bit of a spectacle, but you gotta do what you gotta do to get these auditions in, right? And then I ended up getting chosen, and so I'm in the final the credits scene.
I love that.
You'll understand.
Oh no, I'm gonna watch it
when you watch the movie.
I was gonna say too, out a bit. So when you were trying to do your dance moves, it was all choppy. But wait, oh no, I see the circle on your face. Is it on my face?
Oh no.
Oh god.
It's on your face.
Is your phone dying?
No. I got a lot of battery, but I'm gonna plug it in just in case. That will be helpful, okay?
I was like, when this happened before, either phones were dying because your internet's been good. Oh god.
Well, my internet's not being good, remember? My Wi-Fi cut out.
Honestly, this isn't one of the worst Wi-Fi connections I've had. So
okay, good. I don't know about you, but my Wi-Fi has been horrible lately.
I use a lot of data.
Well, sorry. Yeah, on my laptop though, like.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it's just because bandwidth and just everybody on it, but that's probably why also while I'm on my phone, my Wi-Fi's cut out, so I'm using the data. But as I said earlier, I've got unlimited, so that's a good thing. Because just the times for needing that. Anyway, we're good, right? No.
Yeah, we're good. No, we're good now. I don't see any circles. I see you. But honestly, the dancing with the choppiness was so fun for me to watch. And I didn't want to interrupt because I didn't want to lose you. It was great. It was very enjoyable.
Oh, okay, good.
But I love that. Like auditioning in New York, you got to do it where you can.
Exactly. And I didn't need like I got to choose my background. So that was fine. Yeah, that just seemed like the right place and it all worked out. So
See, it's not overthinking it. There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Just gonna do it. Here you go. Send it off. Like me, don't like me. This is me.
Exactly.
That's so
yeah.
fun.
So I'm just trying to think now that you've got me thinking about the people that I've collaborated with multiple times. Hope I haven't forgotten anyone. Ashton Price at Morph Productions. He's an amazing musician and producer. I've worked with him a number of times on voiceover projects. And anyway, those are
I was going to say, you know what this feels like, that point when you win an award and you want to thank everyone that you've collaborated with. And then we're going to finish the chat and you'll be like, oh my gosh, this person I always collaborate with. And it's not because you mean to leave them out. It's just, and it's usually the people that you're like, no, I really value our collaboration. I personally, every time I have to make a speech, I always forget my husband. And he's usually sitting there filming me say my speech. And I'm like, no, but you know, I want to thank you. Oh God. So I think like I just want to write it on my hand going forward. I never understood why people need a speech, but there's all those emotions, right? And all that energy that you have. And it's like, I didn't expect to win anything. Okay. Maybe the award has the answers. It does not. It doesn't know who I am.
I hope it magically does.
I wish the award one of these days would just start talking. I just wish someone would plant a fake award that just starts talking like, here's who you should thank. And I'm like, oh, a part of me would be very, very, I mean, I might also creep out the person who wins, but there's something to everyone looks at their award. They get up on stage, they win whatever, and they look. I'm like, I don't know. I think I would just be like, I'm holding it. Thank you. Here's my speech. And then I'd stare at it afterwards. Because I think I'd get lost in the award. Like, oh, my name? What? Is it spelled correctly? Did they write Robyn with a Y? Because I don't want to fix this. Okay.
Yeah. Does that happen for you a lot? A lot of people miss.
Oh. Can I tell you, here's my biggest pet peeve. When they send it to my email, which needs the Robyn with a Y, but then they write, hey, Robyn, Robin. Like, okay, so you got the email. So do you think I just use like the different spelling of Robyn in my email? And then I just, it's very confusing, that kind of interaction. Like literally, this is my name. It's always my username. That is me. Mm-hmm. So I just think it's like a lack of attention to detail that I'm like, I don't know if I want to work with you again. I don't.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say that really makes the people that are very attentive to detail stand out, right?
Can people spell your name wrong? I think yours is pretty easy. Really?
You'd think.
Well, do you ever get called Alicia?
Yes, I think people...
Okay, because as we were starting today, I'm like, wait, what if she goes by Alicia? That was the 1 second. I'm like, no, she's not. She's Alicia. It's fine. It was a brief second of how do I pronounce everyone's names? I always get that fear, and then I'm okay. But
did you say Alicia?
Did I not? Or Alicia? Oh no, did I say Alicia? Oh no!
It really doesn't matter. I think it's nice to have the variety.
Ooh, where do I put the emphasis? Alicia. Oh my gosh, did I call you Alicia? Whoa, Alicia.
I like it though.
Oh, there's so many ways to spell that. I've seen like Aleesha. I've seen that.
Yep. Yeah, when I was younger, I wanted it to be more of a unique spelling and like just more like, different with like.
Don't throw in any Y's. The Y's are confusing to everyone. It's just a letter. No, is it a vowel? I don't know. It doesn't belong in a name. It's just, this is funny. Digging deep into it. Oh, she's done that too. Mike apologizes.
I don't mind at all. I think it's funny. It doesn't offend me at all.
Okay, so when I say that, and yes, there's definitely people that have sent Robyn with an I, but like I'm over it. But there are people that need to have attention to detail in like the reason we're interacting. It's again, so I'm like, oh, I'm concerned for your practice. That's where that goes. It's fine.
Yeah. No, and I don't know. Attention to detail really impresses me. So that it does impress me, but I don't get upset about it. If
no,
people
I think I'm more aware.
well.
I think I've accepted that there's a norm. So when someone goes above and beyond, I'm like, oh, spelled my name right. Look at you. Someone's looking, paying attention.
Doing the work.
It's even, you know what it is? It's also when they reply the same salutation. So I'd be like, hi, or dear, and then they respond dear or hi in return. I'm like, huh, I see what you, and then like I write like, best Robyn or something, and then they write best as well. I'm like, you are copying my salutation, and I feel cool. I feel signing emails is like it's a thing for me. I stuck with best because I want to send my best, but not all the best because I don't know what's going on. I don't want to say all the best. We're still getting to know each other, but best seems like that's been my go-to for a couple of years now. The sincerely seems a little too much. Like, I don't know if I'm being that sincere because I still have to figure out who we are. And then just doing the line seems like I kind of don't care enough to sign. So that's just, this is taking a turn. Anyway.
Yeah, sincerely, I'm just like, everything I say is sincere.
Yeah, like, that's when you add it, now I don't trust what you wrote.
Yeah, I know. My dad, growing up, my dad was always just like, why do you say, to be honest? Like, because it makes people think, well, maybe make people think that you're not always being honest. I'm like, good point.
It's my brother. I wish he was on here. He always says that. To be honest, I'm like, okay, cool. You weren't before. What?
Yeah.
I used to call him out. Now I just laugh because I think that's kind of a nervous. Not even. I think it's everyone has their own filler words. Yeah. So that's someone's kind of filler. As I'm trying to study speech and analyze how everyone talks, because I'm like, oh, that's a little interesting thing you got going on there. Cool.
Yeah. No,
I noticed it a lot with Clubhouse and all those audio apps. Where I'm like, oh, huh. Interesting filler, sir, ma'am, whatever you identify as. So.
Yeah. Are you, I'm just realizing how horrible my hair looks today.
Okay. You know what?
I mean, it's not horrible. It's just not.
Here, you put it behind and it's not even there. And then you have hair and we accept it. Maybe just maybe we spike it. Maybe we. I find that the hair dip usually works, where you do the hair flip and then I don't want to do that because I'll lose my ears with the ear pods, not my actual ears. That's alarming.
Hold up. I need to
please hold while Alicia flips her hair.
Worse. Whoa, hello.
There might be students on this feed. I'm just saying. I actually didn't know you could make it worse. I don't think the flip helped, and that's on me. That is on me. But that was fun. I didn't think you would do it. You totally did it. That was awesome.
I did put some dry shampoo in, but whatever. 11 o'clock came sooner than I expected. That's better. There we go. So yeah, the hair didn't get much attention. But
I feel ya. I think it was 10:30. Yeah. I'm like, oh God, 11. I gotta do stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, do stuff is like, put this here. I guess I should add some face makeup.
Face makeup. Yes, the skincare did. You
know what I found? I'm literally trying to justify.
Makeup did. Sorry.
Don't make that mistake, okay? Anyone watching it that's an actor, when they say go in and have a natural look, they don't mean no makeup, okay? Yeah. I did that for one audition, and I will never do that again. Yeah. I'm the only person that did not understand we don't want to see makeup. That doesn't mean they don't want you to wear makeup. Not at all. Put on your light stuff, cover stuff. Throwing it out there. Learn that.
Unless they're very specific to say, do not wear any. Like, you'll know if you shouldn't wear any.
You say that?
I mean, you can do what you want, but
I'm telling you, it's just, it's always when you look at the skincare commercials, right? You see the skincare and they always have a bit of something, or they just edit it afterwards, right? So, yeah.
So misleading. Oh yeah.
It is.
I think that meant, yeah.
That's the thing. Like, don't take this again. This is just what I found because that was back in the day of in person, and I compared myself to the 10 other women around my time slot. they don't have makeup on. And I thought, oh God, might have done something wrong there.
You never know. It might have been
I don't think like, don't put on your fake lashes, right? That's not the
yeah. Just even your skin tone and keep it really natural.
That's a fancy word. Do that. Even the skin tone. I don't know what that means, but do it. That's I'm still learning how to do the makeup stuff. I'm trying to justify having all this random makeup, and I literally bought water from MAC. I had this, and I wondered if it was still good because it's technically water in a bottle. It's supposed to like mist your face. So I tried it this morning. It was very misty. It was lovely. I don't know. I don't know what else there is to it.
Huh.
I like just a MAC product. I don't know. Back in the day, if anyone can sell me anything, and it's kind of, oh yeah, of course. I need to hydrate with water from a can versus from my sink. I need to spray it. You know, I guess I didn't need to do that. Could have figured that one out.
I have got a few of those, like you're talking, but it wasn't MAC. It was like that. Not Evian. One of those.
It's whatever. They're literally selling expensive bottled water.
It is
with another chemical. You know, it's just that's true. It actually did feel quite lovely.
Spring water. You know, there's minerals.
It's like yeah, that's true. Okay, you know what? You're making me feel better. I did not get ripped off. That was good for my face. You are very positive. I'd be like, going forward, so Alicia, I think I got ripped off. No, this is why it's a good product. Okay. Feeling good.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I mean.
Oh, that's so funny. I remember I did one talking point before we finished that I wanted to chat with you about.
Yes.
Because we were both swim instructors.
Yes.
So I don't know about you, but I have zero advice for anyone that is a swim instructor. How do you take care of your hair? How do you take care of your skin? I'm just like, there was summers where it's just, I'm chlorine, accept me. That was pre-saltwater pools. And it was just, there's a chlorine. My hair was whatever. People have routines though. People are like, this is what you use to spray in your hair to negate the chlorine. And of course, this product for your skin. This is how they talk, apparently. This is what I've decided. I committed. Yeah.
It's an English accent.
But of course,
yeah. It was so long ago. It was a few chapters ago that I was a swim instructor. I think you need to use a clarifying shampoo once a week.
I don't even know what that means, Jen. I literally have no idea what clarifying, like, does it clear the hair? Does it clear the...
With whatever product or the extreme chemicals that your hair has been exposed to, I believe, is what the clarifying shampoo will help with. I think it was Ultra Swim. There was a fancy swimmer shampoo that a lot of us did use because, this was a while ago that I taught swimming in an outdoor pool for many, many years, and it was an amazing time. But
this is the best tan I ever got.
Oh, I know. My gosh. I had
I was like, I didn't even know I could tan. Look at that.
Oh, but I'm paying for it now. I use sunscreen, but not enough. Like, I guess on my body I used enough, but my face definitely. I know. I don't think I applied enough because I'm like reversing. Oh no. Am I here? Can you hear me?
You are almost here.
Okay. I'm back, right?
I see you.
Hello?
I see. I saw. It's like a really cool pause on the eyebrow. I can't do that. I can see you. I can hear you. Ooh, coconut oil. It's okay, Jen. Honestly, Jen is keeping this going.
Jen's filling in.
Swimming. Jen, where were you? However many. Jen knows everything. Jen, I'm putting just like when in doubt, ask Jen. Jen, that's another thing we should work on. Just like ask Jen. She knows things.
Yeah.
I would watch that. I can hear you, but it's kind of choppy.
Really?
I shouldn't have, you know what? That's on me. I shouldn't have brought up a new subject. We were doing well. I pushed it. We're like past the hour. I pushed it.
No.
Dear goodness.
Okay. Maybe I should move. Can you? Here, I'm going to leave.
She has kids that do swimming lessons. That's fair. Sun in it brightens your hair while you're in the sun. Okay, but here's a question, Carol. I'm going to just chat with Carol while Alicia figures out her stuff. What if you already have light hair to a point where would it make it gray? Like, how much does it lighten your hair? Although, what if you want to go gray? Maybe that would help. I don't know. There is quite a trend toward gray nowadays. Luckily, the stress of life is getting to me, and I started naming my grays. I'm not going to share the names, they're personal, but that's what I do in my spare time. Are you hearing anything I'm saying, Alicia? Because I'm just saying nonsense. You can hear the gray talk. Okay. Is that a thing that anyone else does? Do you name gray hairs? Are you graying? Is that? It's like, this is the, yeah. Now it's good. It's great.
Okay. Whew. I don't name my gray hairs. No, because I'm not ready to like embrace them yet.
I think I found another. I think honestly there might be two that I saw that I've just decided to name them and accept that they're there. Yeah. That is where that came from. Well, I mean, I think you're not supposed to pluck it out, so I'm owning it. Can you hear me now? Yes, yeah. It's a Verizon commercial. It totally is. Can you hear me now? Cool. Get this phone plan. That's who we're sponsored by.
Oh yeah, gray hair is great. I'm excited for the day that I embrace the gray hairs and just let them flow. But I'm not there yet.
Okay.
But I'll get there. Yes, I know. I color mine. Not gonna lie, but that's okay. Someday
I don't have the patience. I don't have the patience to sit in a chair and color my hair. And so I'm not looking forward to that time where I have to have that conversation with myself and say, okay, Robyn, there's two colors in your hair now. You have to accept you have to choose because, or maybe I just get the headshots where I'm like, this is my hair. Here you go. This is what it is. It's got some, but I don't know. Like, how do you decide?
Great. I don't know. Obviously.
Would you ever go red? Because the Ariel character in me is like, I need to become a redhead at some point. You know, I just need to model every Disney person. And I'm not like a huge Disney. Oh, by mistake. Ooh. Yeah. Mike's name.
Oh gosh.
Please explain.
Well, having Irish roots, I've got natural red undertones in my hair, and so a few years back now, when I went to go get my hair done, probably a day or two before I had headshots booked, bad idea. Yeah, just the way the dark brown, I wanted to be like completely all one color, just dark brown. It turned out to be red in the end. Like, it just, the way it worked out, it was totally red. And I was like, okay, maybe this is just meant to be. And maybe I'll just rock it and see how I like it. But I got my headshots done and I got them back. I just, as fun as it was, I would happily do it for a character, but I just didn't feel like myself. And I just had to get it fixed. And so then I had to get new headshots done again. Yeah, there was just too much red that came out when they did it brown. The undertones came flying. So, and now I'm clearly going for the lighter look because it helps blend the grays easier. But I do like it. I like the lighter mix of the brunette with the blonde. But who knows? Maybe someday I'll feel like I want to go red and like own it. But
no, I throw out the hard, again, these are really hard questions that I did not prep you for. So there's so much love for like gray versus not gray. We have such a nice little chat going on. Jen, we're going to discuss this further. We have a ramblings once a month. Discuss going gray. This is a topic that we will approach again. I just think that's such a fascinating discussion because it's showing the world your age.
Exactly.
In a sense. Right? And it's like, I don't know. Do I want to own that? I like people to kind of guess how old I am. I hate when they guess very incorrectly and make me, 50. And then like, oh, well, that was rude. But maybe I was just, I didn't use my face mist. So like.
Yeah. I'll embrace it someday. Until then, I want to trick people.
Yeah. I am as young or old as you need me to be for this role. So there you go.
How old do you think I am?
Exactly. Don't don't put me in an age category.
Yeah.
I'm clearly 10, so
10.
I can't. I have the voice of a 10-year-old, do I not?
I feel bad about not answering your question about the pool stuff.
Oh, that's totally fine. I know we went
Jen
off and I
answered
don't know where we left off with it. Okay.
All I can say is I didn't wear enough sunscreen because I'm dealing with the sun damage now. So, well, I have been for the last number of years, but I'm doing all the things to like reverse all the damage I did. But man, they're so correct when people tell you that sunscreen is so important, because it is, especially when you're in the water, because you get that many more.
It's that extra reflective component of the water.
On the water, exactly, from the sun, the reflection. So super important when you're outside, especially around the water. Even when you're not outside, they say even to wear it when you're inside, just like with the rays coming in through the windows. Like, it's so strong.
Window chats.
Window chats, you need to wear sunscreen.
This will be, I'm going to reach out to a sunscreen company. This is sponsored by Umbrella.
Yeah.
Is that even still a sunscreen company?
It totally is. Anyway, a lot of sunscreen I wore, but not enough apparently. And I don't know. I had like, my mom had this fancy spray that had like UV protectant for my hair. So I did wear that. And I did use sun-in every once in a while. I know like somebody mentioned that.
Yeah. So I think it was Carol.
Yeah.
Or Jen. I don't know.
Definitely helps to lighten the hair. And sometimes I just use lemon juice. Yeah. And just, I used a lot of moisturizer because chlorine obviously dries your skin out. Yeah.
Well, now I know. If I ever take up teaching again, can I tell you, the power of being a lifeguard is just, I miss that. I miss that power. I miss the whistle. There's no other place where I can have a whistle and justify blowing it. It's just, you don't bring that on the street. You don't just have a whistle. I mean, maybe as a cop, but the power of like, you give a teenager, or I think maybe early 20s, whenever, it's probably the whole thing, but just that kind of power it's so fun.
Yeah. And like, it's all about prevention when you're a lifeguard, right? And then like blowing that whistle to get people's attention to stop things from happening, then you need to blow that whistle. You need to own that power.
The amount of training that went into becoming a lifeguard and swim instructor, it's so weird. There was a whole part of me that was almost annoyed that I couldn't use any of the skills. I'm like, do you know how much I know? Do you know how much I can save you from right now? And all you guys are doing is nothing. Okay. Yeah. I have skills. And I have to renew them all the time. And I swear, if you drop a 20-pound brick, I will pick it up. That is how we roll.
Right? Oh my gosh. That was like my least favorite part of the training.
That was
like
the worst.
Bringing that brick up and putting it on your shoulder, doing the egg beater for so long, and then plopping it on the deck. That was hard, but very good training. We were ready for anything.
We were swimming in your clothes. That was one of the badges. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I mean, I can now, but that was a very interesting process. When I see people dive in the water with their clothes on for movies, I'm like, oh no, man, take the clothes off.
Yeah.
But they don't do that because maybe that wasn't in their contract, but that's what I think of.
Yeah. Those are good old days, huh?
Classic.
I'm glad that was something I got to do. Yeah.
Yeah. Have I kept, I used to have my CPR. I needed my CPR for Carol saying your CPR recertification. I needed that when I was a fitness instructor. And so I had to renew that. But with that, that was so annoying. For being a fitness instructor, you have to renew it every year. Right. And I didn't understand that because shockingly, it didn't change every year. And then it felt like a huge money grab. But I did. I had it renewed probably up till COVID.
Good.
Because I'm not teaching fitness in person anymore. So there you go.
Right.
But that was that's also a good skill to know. It's so do you know you should know CPR because you had to do
for sure.
Do you have to as a substitute teacher, do you have to know CPR?
It's funny you mentioned that because I was thinking that I haven't lifeguarded or taught swimming in many, many years, like probably over 10 now. And but being in the schools, or just like being a human, I would like to actually get that recerted, because you never know when you're going to need to jump in and help.
Oh my God, it's so much easier now.
I'm going to do it.
It was so complicated 10, 15 years ago when, like, why does everyone have something different? Okay, what do we do? It was so, and now it's like, okay, everyone should know how to do this. Focus on the breath and the depth of pushing for compressions. I'm like, cool, easy, got it. Yeah, anyways.
Yeah. No, I think,
I mean, okay, when I say easier, I'm not trying to take away from people trying to certify. It is still challenging, right?
Yeah.
There's stuff to remember. You be safe, that person be safe, call 911, all that jazz. But no, let's walk everyone through CPR. Let's not. Just look it up online. I know. There's a lot of apps for everything, honestly, even if people aren't certified, because I think I sent it to a friend of mine or some relative, I can't remember, and I was trying to find this. I'm like, yeah, they have everything online, but I think even just giving you that confidence to know that you could do it if you have to.
Yeah, exactly. Like Alex J.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh,
friends.
I have to bring her on. I remember that story. She totally used CPR.
Yeah,
that was
sorry,
pardon?
She's also a flight attendant, so she had all the training, but like, good thing she had it, because she was at the Good Life. This is a few years back now.
Yeah.
And a man was having a heart attack, and she just like jumped in there and she saved the guy's life. Like, they said that he wouldn't have lived if she hadn't have done what she did before the ambulance got there. So that's like, she
wasn't working at Good Life. That was the whole. No,
she was just there.
Like, she was just working out there, and I thought, yeah, that was very impressive.
So I know that I really feel like I could jump in and with the skills that I do have and help somebody, but I just feel I'd feel better if I did a little refresher, because it has been a while. So what's the harm in that? So I'm going to get on that. Yeah. Just because I would like to just make sure that if that time comes that I need to do that I know exactly what I'm doing without like questioning it. That's all.
This turned into like a public service announcement for CPR. I love where these chats end up going. And I also love that, oh my gosh, the latest comment. I remember taking a babysitting course. That was a joke and a half. You have to bring in a doll and you're like, oh, okay. Hello, doll. My doll, I chose one that sang. So I was that person in the class that would just, oh no, I hit it by mistake. And I was a little bit of a disturber, but I surprisingly managed to pass that course. So my parents felt safe leaving me with my siblings. I don't know. I actually don't know why I had to take that course. I really just babysat my siblings. So that was, oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Like, I think I'd want my child to have the course before, just, to make sure that they are really prepared to take care of themselves and others. I don't know. I think it's a great idea. I mean, I don't know.
Look into that. I wonder what they're still teaching.
I know.
Well, I don't even remember what that course was. Just remember bringing in a doll, and it was that it was. I don't even know why I had that doll. It wasn't mine. Whose doll was it? Questions. I never have answers. Oh no, we're losing you.
Am I back? Am I back?
You are back. That was dramatic.
Oh,
okay, I'm keeping you. I didn't realize how long we were chatting for because I get sucked up into conversations, but it's been a while. But that's okay because I like to talk and people are still watching. So thanks all for still watching.
Exactly. Yeah. Were there any questions that we have to answer that we haven't answered?
Oh, I don't know. I kind of just kept it casual. Is there anything else? We discussed
whatever I did see.
I think you did good. I'm like, here's some talking points. We'll see what we get to. I think we did hit them all, and I'm proud of us. There's no goals, but we tackled them all.
Remember Kid Kits? They definitely covered that, like what you can do when you're babysitting with the people that you're babysitting.
And I love that. I've never heard of that.
Really? Oh, I think they covered that at my course. Plus the Babysitters Club book series also.
That's key.
And a lot of my babysitters did that. They would bring a bag of fun stuff to do while they were babysitting me, and I just thought it was the greatest thing. Just like sticker books and games and books and movies and
That's impressive. That's definitely not how I was babysat, but it's also weird because the term babysitter, I was definitely not a baby when I had a babysitter, you know, and it's child sitter sounds weird, like you're going to sit on a child, and
Yeah,
kid
I
sitter
know.
doesn't sound like a thing. And I don't know.
Well, you're sitting,
I don't understand the term.
taking care of.
And also, it
sitting.
sounds very lazy, right? Like you're literally sitting when there's a baby. You should be moving because the baby's moving. Or maybe the baby's just sleeping and you're just literally sitting, staring at the baby. And then that's creepy because you might be a stranger, right? So
Yeah.
we got to fix this terminology.
Yeah.
This is food for thought. There you go.
We need to revamp it. Who do we talk to?
We have the discussions here, and then we take it to the Instagram people, and then they spread the word. We're changing terminology.
Yeah,
that's what happens.
Exactly. 120 questions is plenty. What can I ask you? Let's turn the tables.
Oh, I also have I lost track of the side conversation. But I think everyone is talking to everyone, and that's cool too. There's a lot of questions too. Yeah. So you guys, you do you. Yeah. I'm not responding, but I also, if I scroll, I don't want to hit the wrong button and lose Alicia. So I'm gonna let you guys do your thing and move on from there. Okay.
But
yeah. What are you up to? Or what are you doing after this? Because you'll just be like, oh my God, that was the best chat I had with Robyn. We're friends now. So that's how we roll.
I can't wait to like hang out with you guys in the flesh eventually.
I actually think I'm going to be the most confused by people's height. Because I think people are either going to be taller or shorter than I expected.
That's true, eh? I bet you
I feel like you're tall. I feel like you are tall.
Yeah. I think you're like 5'8" in my mind.
Oh, well, thank you. 5'7" and a bit.
Oh.
So. I am growing. Yeah, that was pretty close. I don't know. I picture you like 5'11". I don't.
Yeah.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's funny. I don't know why I know that. Maybe based on pictures you posted, I'm like, she looks tall.
Yeah. Yeah, Alex is tall, and I have a lot of photos with her. So yeah, we're 5'11".
Oh yeah, she is tall.
Her and I are the same height. Yeah. Yeah. My brother's 6'7".
Whoa.
Yeah, so I'm like a shrimp when it comes to being beside him. My parents are my height, so yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty tall.
Your parents. That's a tall family. Did you ever get paint? Okay, so for school photos, I had to be in the back all the time because it's the height thing and it's very uncomfortable. You know, you're like, oh, cool, I'm in the back, whatever. But when you have conversations with people, do you find that with your height, it's always your neck hurts because you're always looking down? So not like you're looking down on them, but physically you have to look down to see them. I had a very short grade. Maybe that's why you have neck pain? Okay.
Yeah, like literally, well, not neck pain, but like
everyone's, yeah.
All the always that I do have always seems to be in my neck shoulders area. I also am known for carrying a back, like basically my life around on my back. So my back's usually sore-ish because of that, but that could be because a lot of people are shorter than me and I have to literally look down.
You would be the person that has to wear the flats in the Hallmark movies because all the guys are shorter. Oh, yeah. So, and then they would have those scenes where you're on the ground and they're on a step to level it out. It's so fun. Yeah. I love when they do the height mismatching. It's my favorite Hallmark. Yeah. Oh, it's the best. It's so funny because even with plays I would do where it's okay when the guy's shorter than me, it's fine. Yeah. But it's still, for me as the performer, it's so weird because I like to make eye contact and I'm like, oh, why is my neck always so, That being said, I don't think height is that concerning with film because you can play with the angles, but on stage it's really fun to look at.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially when someone has that powerful role and they're just, you know, shorter than the entire cast and you're like, look at this, but then they have so much power. It's like, whoa, look at this presence this person has. And I almost think when someone has a presence, their height doesn't matter. They just bring that with them. So we're not heightist. Heightist? Is that like an ageist? A heightist?
I think so.
It sounds like a weird word, but yes, we are not heightist here. We accept everyone of all heights and ages and hair colors and whatever.
All the colors.
Exactly. This is what happens. I think I'm going to just keep rambling. This is what I do. But
I think
I feel like we should end off with like a closing thought.
A closing thought. Well, you asked what I'm going to do after this. I'm going to make myself a nice.
Oh, yes.
Because I've only had a protein bar and a coffee so far today, which is not enough.
You said you're going to make a nice blank. And like, what is she making?
Sorry. I'm just going to make a nice brunch. I don't know what I'm going to make. Eggs and fruit, whatever we got going on in the fridge. But I'm going to eat. And I've already gone for a massive walk today. It's a gorgeous day outside. And
put on your sunscreen. Okay.
Yep. Oh, I did.
Put on your sun.
I did. I've learned my lesson. And I have to do my taxes today.
I was doing them yesterday. We are mature adults, guys.
We are responsible adults. I started last night. I was watching Netflix while I was doing taxes. Because I'm like, I have to make this fun somehow.
I know. I'm like, okay, background. I need something to keep me engaged. And then I'm like reflecting on my spending habits. I'm like, Robyn, God, it's great. It's a good time. So
yeah. Oh my gosh. My goal is to get it done today and just have it behind me. I told my accountant they would be to him tomorrow. So I want it done tonight, ideally. And then I can relax. I mean, this is April break. I'm supposed to be taking a break, right? I am. I'm really glad that we got to chat today.
Enjoy the break. Thank you for spending your April break with me. I appreciate that.
Of course. Thanks for having me. And we'll hang out one of these days out off of our screens. Yeah. Eventually, whenever that day can.
In person, I'll be like, hello.
Yeah. Oh, hey. No,
hi.
I'm glad you
I'll wear tall shoes.
About looking down, and I'm sure looking up. It will affect your.
I'm always the physio.
You're such a physio.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't stop it. It's just part of me analyzing the body. That's.
So are you finishing?
Yes, enjoy your brunch. Oh my gosh, my day always ends up changing. So the goal is yes, but I might end up getting distracted. So I'm gonna give myself the week because I like getting distracted by everything. So yeah.
I work well.
Plus I have to promote this chat. I gotta promote this, gotta find some clips. I mean, there's a lot of gold in here, but I'll find something. It'll be fun. Yeah. It's not easy.
Taxes, yeah. I mean, they gotta be done. It's kind of cool. I mean, I'm try to look at the silver lining. It's like a nice reflection of like, oh yeah, I took this course this year. Oh yes, like this is
I know.
This is how
I was so impressed with my training. I'm like, oh my God, I've never done so much training. Yeah. I mean, impressed, but also like, God, why did I do so much training? Dear God, that's way too much training. Let's be selective next time.
Yeah.
I know. Let's not do every course because that's
time to apply the training.
Yeah, let's just like book something before doing the next course. Maybe let's do that.
Yeah. No, I feel a lot of people feel the same way. They're just like, I train so much, and then, and then they're just like, I need to also just step away sometimes and just focus on the doing, the applying. But to each their own. But sounds like you're ready to take a break from the
you know what? As we say this, I signed up for another course last night. So
did I.
I totally have a problem.
I'm addicted to learning.
Because everyone's so available with this amazing knowledge. I'm like, I need to keep learning. I can't. I just love everything. So yeah, that's really funny. Oh, that's so funny.
It's worth it. I did take a little bit of a break, but we're back. It's just a day. It's just a little voiceover thing. It's not like a big training that requires a lot of time. But anyway, yeah, KH Casting. If people don't know.
I always plug them. Yes, KH Casting for voice. They're awesome.
Voiceover online. I mean, there's so many great people, but it's just so accessible, and it's over Zoom, and it's like super affordable.
And the people you meet, some of them are incredible. And then I learned from them. I was never one for group classes because I would always get in my head and second guess myself. Shocking. Didn't know that about myself. But it was, it's just when you see someone and how they bring attention to a character or how they use their voice, and especially when you do the same piece as them and you go, whoa, did not think I could do that with that piece. So cool.
So neat to see other people do, like the same piece through their life lens, like from their perspective. It's so cool because there's not one way to do it, right? And I really like the group classes because you learn so much from observing everybody else learn too, right? And the feedback.
And it's also like, it's so low pressure, right? And I was so nervous when I did my first one, and it's, here you go, do what you can, and whatever. Then you learn and you apply it. Like, you're not being judged. You're here to learn and practice and get better. So yeah.
Yeah. Safe zone. Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
I can't stop talking to you. This is what happens. I struggle with ending the chat.
So
okay, there you go. Your pelvic floor is priority. Again, that's the formal physio in me. No, you can never over discuss your pelvic floor, but maybe that's not the chat. So there you go. But thank you again. Thank you so much for doing this. Lovely seeing your face in person and discussing.
Oh, yes.
And enjoy your brunch.
I will. Thanks. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks so much again, Robyn.
Yeah. Oh, my pleasure. Bye.
Have a great day.
Thanks all for watching.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.
Bye.